Oh, hello there. My name is George Washington. Yes, the George Washington. And I'm here to tell you, to enlighten you about the battles and the struggles that made up the American Revolution. The battles and the struggles that made our nation the free nation it is today. The first intolerable act that the British imposed on us, well, it was the Proclamation Line. We were forbidden to go across this line, even if we had land there. This was unfair.
What is this?
By order of British Parliament, we are unable to pass the Proclamation Line.
But we have land over there. Farmland.
Well, that's too bad. What happens if we cross anyways? We do have land.
I guess we have to guard ourselves from those Indians.
Oh, those Indians.
You can't hate from outside of the club. You can't even get in.
Leg out. Yellow model kid, yellow bottle sipping, yellow Lamborghini, yellow top missing.
The first tax the British imposed on us was called the Stamp Act.
I'd like to purchase this. All right. It's $5 now.
What?
Yes, the British have imposed a new tax on all paper documents.
Well, that's ludicrous.
I know.
At this point in time, there was still immense diversity throughout the 13 colonies. 1/3 of the population was loyalist, supporting the British. 1/3 were patriots, and 1/3 were still neutral.
Britain, after everything they've done for us, they have been loyal to us from the beginning, you stupid patriot.
Are you crazy? Have we seen all the taxes without representation? And the Proclamation Line, they took away our land, and it was our right.
The Stamp Act Congress was the first time 9 out of the 13 colonies met together, despite their diversities, to discuss what the British had been doing to them the past years.
No taxation without representation.
That would be.
Sam Adams used the Boston Massacre as propaganda for the revolution. It wasn't as serious as he made it
All
out to
those
be.
redcoats are back. We need to get rid of them. Why? What do you mean?
Do you not realize what they've done to our country? Putting all these taxes and acts on us,
All right.
taking away our free rights. You guys, drink up, boys. It'll be a long night. Let's go get them! Let's go get those British!
We don't want you here. Get out. You're ruining our country. We want independence.
You may die. Run, and you'll live. At least a while. And dying in your beds many years from now, would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom?
Lexington and Concord was the first spark, the first shot of the revolution. It is sometimes known as the shot heard around the world.
Those damn British. We need to get them.
The British are coming!
Next was the Second Continental Congress. This was the second meeting all of the colonies had, and the most important thing they did here was they asked the colonies for support for the war. They also elected me, George Washington, to be in charge of the revolution.
If we have a chance to win this, we need our country.
Oh, yes. We also need somebody to lead our men into battle.
Yes, we do. Now who could do that? George? George Washington? Is that George Washington? Years' War. Will you lead
You
our
have
country?
great leadership.
Will you lead our men into battle? I would be glad. Victory or death? Liberty!
This may not have been a military success, but it was a moral victory for the colonists.
Well, Bunker Hill may not have been a success, but it was a moral victory. We have to fight for our men, like that one who died. We need more support from the colonies. We need more guns. We can do this. Fight. We will win. Freedom!
My good friend Thomas Paine was such an influential person in creating the patriot side of the revolution. He wrote an article called Common Sense, which outlined all the disadvantages that being with Britain had for America.
Alright, common sense.
Thomas! What, Mom? I'm trying to unite the country in a way that the common person can understand. But dinner's ready. Your father
My
just got home.
personal accomplishment militarily during the Revolution was the Battle of Trenton. I led my men across the Delaware. Many didn't even have shoes, and we captured 1,000 Hessians in 45 minutes. Yes, 45 minutes. This was such an important battle because I wasn't doing so well in the previous battles. So this was actually victory or death. I tell you, victory or death.
So did you hear about how the Continental Army crossed the Delaware the other day?
Yeah.
Going into Trenton?
In that crazy storm?
And it was nuts. And all the guys like lost their shoes and they had bloody feet.
Bleeding everywhere, like there were literally tracks of blood.
And
going
then
everywhere.
once they got to Trenton, they captured or injured or killed 1,000 Hessians in 45 minutes.
45!
45!
What?
I know!
Holy cows.
Finally, the British surrendered at Saratoga.
You surrender? Yes, we surrender. You've won the War of Independence. We surrender.
The Treaty of Paris was signed between the British and the Americans, which gave us the land up into the Mississippi River, which was very important in westward expansion. So, you've surrendered. So, what do we get out of this?
Oh, I guess you can have the land.
To the Mississippi River. We want it.
All of that. All of it.
You surrendered to us. Remember?
Fine.
Alright, so let's...
What about...
It's taken us 3 years to find this treaty.
Okay, but if you get killed by the Indians,
We
it's not my fault.
can take care of ourselves.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited to see this. Really am. Really
We signed this treaty.
am. Good luck.
Thank you for joining us today. This is the Declaration of Independence. Thomas Jefferson, thanks for writing this. That was real good work, buddy.
No problem, sir.
Snaps for Jefferson!
Yes.
Sir, we must really protect this so no one steals it in the future.
No one's gonna steal the Declaration of Independence. The Constitution was very important because it came up with lots of checks and balances for the way we ran our government.
I have a plan. The Constitution will make one legislature, and it will be represented equally by delegates in each state. That way, everybody gets a turn.
I'm James Madison of Virginia, and I think that we should have 2 legislators, except they should both be represented by the
That's not fair! You can't have two by the representation of the population because Parliament is supposed to be.
Exactly, which means that we should
Wait!
have...
I have an idea.
2 legislators. House of Representatives represented by the population, but also Senate. The Senate votes.
I love that!
That sounds alright.
The Bill of Rights was something very important, so we gave them rights that the government could not take away.
Our state power wants rights that the government cannot take away. With regards to that, we would like to have the Bill of Rights. The First Amendment, freedom of speech. The second, the right to bear guns. The third, to not allow soldiers in your house. The fifth, the right not to incriminate yourself. And the sixth, trial by jury.
Mr. President,
Well, boys, today we have a very important decision to make. We need to decide how we are going to run this country.
I know for a fact that a strong central government is what is going to help our country grow and prosper like no other.
Are you insane? We need to have a state government.
I think we should model the British system. We've all seen how successful their nation is. They're the strongest empire in the world.
We just spent 12 years fighting to get away from them, and now you want to have the same government as them? And what about the slaves? I know for a fact that if there is a central government, you will abolish them. And you yourself, Mr. President, sir, I know you love slaves.
I'd like to deposit these 2 gold and 2 silver coins into this lovely national bank. I am so glad that Hamilton is such a smart man to come up with this idea and have our paper money backed up by
George is just a swell guy. It is our God-given right to expand westward. Manifest destiny. That's what it's all about.
They got an excise tax on the whiskey!
Not the whiskey! They can't damn tax the damn whiskey like the damn tax the damn. Burn the barn.
Great experiment. I hope it will be.
I am George Washington, and I hope you enjoyed this revolution video. Now you know why America is a free country, why we fought for our independence.